describe your emotions watching this, knowing what John's been through on and off the field and what this means to him on many levels?
Yeah, I mean, it was really can't put into words what the last 3 outs, seeing how the teammates embraced him, or our clubhouse after the game. It was like we clinched a playoff spot. It was just so cool with how everybody loved him, and what an incredible afternoon.
Dan Connolly.
Brandon, can you give us a little bit about your emotions in that last inning, and especially that last batter?
My stomach was turning from the 8th on. A lot of things. A lot of things are going through your head. Obviously, defensive positioning. Am I going to defend for anybody? Who am I going to use? Where's his pitch count at? There's a lot of things going on in your head, and so I was just pulling for the guy. I had Dylan Tate up there while we were hitting in the 9th, because I didn't want anybody up while he was pitching in the 9th, bottom of the 9th. So how we do that? How quick can I get Tate in the game if he gives up a hit? Because he's going to throw more pitches that I'm comfortable with after a hit, and I kind of really wanted us to get 3 quick outs in the top of the 9th, to be honest with you. I wanted to get it going. But so proud of him and Sevy.
Rich Dubroff.
Brandon, how important is this symbolically to this team?
Well, we just haven't had a whole lot to cheer for the last couple of years. And these guys haven't had the opportunity to celebrate a lot of things. And, it's been 2 years ago was rough and stay competitive last year, but to watch our guys celebrate, it's a cool moment, because this is a tough game, and to have, to watch one of your teammates, your brothers, do something, really special is pretty cool.
Joe Trezza.
Brandon, how many no-hitters have you been a part of now? And can you also talk about the game that Sevy caught tonight?
Yeah, this is my 3rd. So I got 2 Arrietas. That was in Jake's was against Cincinnati in LA Sunday Night Baseball that year. That was 16. And then I did the outfield positioning, so I was just praying that no balls would fall in front of our outfielders. Those 2 games there late in the game. And then I just thought Sevy I thought they were just working in such good rhythm. They had a great rhythm between them. You rarely saw John shake. The tempo was amazing. I thought he received the ball extremely well, and really proud of him. Come a long way behind the plate, and his receiving is improving. And to catch a no-hitter, that's something he's never going to forget.
Ethan Ruiz.
Brandon, given how well John has been pitching, do you think he was building toward an outing like this? Maybe not necessarily a no-hitter, but just a performance where he's dominant from the 1st to the 9th?
I mean, you just never can predict a no-hitter. A lot of times guys have no-hitter stuff and things happen. A lot has to happen, and that's why it's so special, because it's so hard to do, and there has to be so many balls have to be hit at guys. And we made some nice, Hazy on that ball that Lewis hit, and Cedric on a really nice play in center field, shallow. But besides that, I mean, there wasn't I don't remember any balls hit hard. So that just shows you how dominant he was and how many swing and misses he got. Every foul ball from the 7th inning on, I would cringe. But it just showed you, I mean, the lack of hard contact against a major league club for 9 innings is very incredibly rare. And it just shows you the kind of stuff he had and the command he had today to be able to speed guys up, slow them down, and put the ball where he wanted to.
Rich Aroli.
Brendan, we kind of live in a world where every year people say the aces are dwindling, right? There's less and less few number one starters. I'm wondering not just tonight, but what he's done this season, what he's done in seasons past. You've been around a lot of really good players, a lot of good pitchers. In your mind, is John Means a true ace?
God, I hate, you don't want to label somebody, honestly. Like, I don't want to raise expectations of who he is, but he is definitely pitching like one. There's no doubt about that. He has pitched like one from September on, from last year through this year. And he's a guy that, for me, aces not only give you a chance to win the game, but they go long. They can battle throughout a game, and they give bullpens a rest, and they make big pitches in big spots late in the game, and you kind of have a longer leash because of that. And John Means is at that point for me, a guy that can really allow his bullpen to breathe. You trust him in any situation. He pounds the strike zone, and he gives your team a chance to win every single time out.
Dan Connolly.
Hey, Brandon, with the exception of, I think it's Rule 609B, the drop third strike, this would have been a perfect game. Do you think about that at all? And I mean, with Sevy, anything there?
Yeah, I don't want to take away from anything. I just want to enjoy this special day. It's early in the game and a lot of game left. And then he makes a A+ throw on a stolen base attempt that puts it right in the bag. So just want to enjoy this, honestly.
We have time for 2 more questions. We'll go Jerry Coleman and then Stan Charles. Jerry?
Brandon, you talked about the celebration afterwards. I'm sure it's going to be a very pleasant flight home. Do you know what happened to the baseball, by the way, with John and where that may be going?
Yeah, no, Urias had the ball. He flipped it to me and we were out on the field. And so I kept it in my pocket, and I showed it to John, but he didn't want it right away because he was soaked. So I gave it to one of our clubhouse guys, and they got it authenticated, and they'll keep it in a safe, special spot for him.
And last question, Stan Charles.
Brandon, you were around with the Cubs when Jake Arrieta was the most dominant pitcher in the National League that year. What does it mean for your team to have somebody that's pitching at that level?
Well, I think as we're in the 3rd year of this, and to have somebody that can go shut down an offense in the way he's been doing it, and give yourself a chance, and guys can feed off that. With me, with Jake was incredibly dominant for 2+ years. And you just felt when you went to the ballpark, this was going to be a fun game to watch, a fun game to be a part of. And that's where the feeling you're getting with John right now is. You go to the ballpark, Means he's on the mound. It's going to be a fun night. And that's back to the ace thing. For me, that's what you feel like when you have a number one or a top of the rotation guy on the mound, is when you get to the ballpark, hey, we got a really good chance to win this game. And Means he's been doing that.